The work with Rite 6 begins with meditating deeply on the following theme. The purificatory fires burn dim and low when animals are sacrificed to humanity. Therefore refrain from taking animal lives and nourish the body with the produce of the vegetable kingdom. What this rite tells us is that we should adopt a vegetarian, if not vegan, diet in order to maintain the process of purification that is so integral to the work of conscious evolution. The idea of meat-free eating is certainly not a new one, although momentum for this is building as humanity awakens to certain ecological realities, as well as a more loving and compassionate relationship with animals. This rite is a natural progression of the previous two rites. In Rite 4, we learn the importance for caring for the earth. And in Rite 5, we learned about letting old and outworn behaviors die and turning our attention to values consistent with the soul. Most people, whether on some sort of organized path of conscious evolution or not, become drawn to the concepts of Rite 6 usually based on a recognition of one or more of the following factors. Number 1, it is easier to be healthy when eating a vegetable-based diet. 2, ecologically speaking, the vegetable-based diet is sustainable and an efficient method of providing nourishment. And 3, a meat-free diet is consistent with a fundamental concept that we are here to act as conduits for spiritual energy that will uplift the condition of the lower kingdoms. So let's take a look at these factors one at a time. A meat-free diet is healthier for you. Read almost any article, even from mainstream sources, and they will tell you to consume plenty of fruits, nuts, vegetables, and whole grains. These are direct transformers of fresh air, sunshine, and the minerals of the earth. With meat, we get these nutritional benefits secondhand, often along with other toxic substances. Meat, even organic or free-range meat, is still harmful in three main ways. Number 1, it is high in acidity, and an acidic body chemistry makes us prone to disease. Most vegetables, as well as some fruits and nuts, are alkalizing. 2, meat digests extremely slowly. This increases the tendency for body toxicity, as well as burdening metabolic processes. The opposite is true for plant-based food. And 3, meat tends to be high in calories and saturated fat. Again, the opposite is true for plant-based food. Eliminating meat from the diet, if done with intelligence and moderation, increases your chances for better health and a longer, more productive life. A meat-based diet in a time of world hunger, global warming, and impaired access to clean water is not ecologically sensible or sustainable. Consider the following factors. 30% of the planet's ice-free land is directly or indirectly involved in meat production. We are losing more valuable forest land every day to create grazing land, further upsetting the global balance and exacerbating the CO2 problem that contributes to global warming. When calculating all aspects of the global meat industry, it is surprising to find that it contributes more to the greenhouse gas problem than transportation. Plant growth, on the other hand, directly combats the greenhouse gas issue by the absorption of CO2 and releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. The growing of high-quality organic produce can be done almost anywhere and by almost anyone. Local agriculture is a highly efficient manner to obtain nourishment, and it is also healthy for the environment and the local economy. Aside from land use and air quality issues, the meat industry in the U.S. is, according to the EPA, responsible for 76% of the water quality problems here. Much of our surface water resources are unsafe and unhealthy to drink due to animal waste pollution. Perhaps this is not surprising when you consider that an 1,100-pound steer produces 14.6 tons of manure every year. There are, of course, other side effects, but ultimately we are approaching a point where the world's available land and food resources will not be able to feed the growing population eating a meat-based diet. The human suffering from scarce resources, already at an extreme level in some third world countries, will become more widespread. The resulting economic and political dislocations will foster discontent and contribute to the climate for conflict and violence. The transition to a non-meat-based diet is nothing short of an ecological imperative that we can accomplish today with our existing technologies. Rite 6 on a consciousness level is about transforming our relationships with the animal kingdom from one of domination and predation to one of respectful co-creativity. The animal kingdom has amazing talents and potential that can be developed when given love and proper mental stimulation. However, that approach is not yet the norm. It can certainly be disturbing to open our eyes to the world's widespread culture of killing. The mass of humanity seems to practice some form of denial or rationalization in order to keep consuming meat. We need to encourage ourselves and others to take a step back and ask fresh questions about what do I value and what am I willing to sponsor. Our choices on where and how we spend our money is an important responsibility that demonstrates our commitment to a soulful civilization. While societal change of this magnitude does not happen overnight, the day when we look back on this meat-driven era as somewhat primitive may not be far away as you think. Bear in mind, the arc of evolution is ever on the side of those who choose compassion and the good of the whole. Rite 6 asks conscious evolutionaries to make the meat-free choice and thus become more fit not only in our physical body, but the planetary body, and to affirm our basic respect for life. We need to act as if this transition to a plant-based, cruelty-free diet is the profound and urgent necessity that it truly is.